Whenever I remember one of the smallest moments of the episodes that I watched the least, this episode really sums up a lot that I don't forget everything, considering that this episode really showcased the development of the centipeetle that Steven and the Crystal Gems thought from the very first episode. In the beginning of the episode, when Steven kissed one of his teddy bears, it actually fixed on its own, which his ability to heal things have returned, and he figured out a solution to help out Centipeetle. After releasing the Centipeetle from its bubble, Steven uses his saliva to heal the Centipeetle into its normal form, and he tries different methods to have the Centipeetle talk to him. With this being a sequel towards Monster Buddies from Season 1, what this episode taught me is that even in my first binge watch, I always understand that the corrupted gems are mostly the Diamond's responsibility, with them taking over the galaxy. Upon the second rewatch, it gave me an understanding that no matter what the corrupted gems do, when they turned to corrupted, the Centipeetle had no other alternative to go to, considering that she was in a position where she has no control of. But at the same time, every single gem in this show, aside from the antagonists, mainly Jasper and the Diamonds, are rebels. And to tell you the truth, Centipeetle in this episode, after her development from the first episode, which was from Season 1, I really gave the impression that she was a major factor all along when it comes to how she's dealing with so much depression with her being corrupted, and when she turned into a normal gem, she only had temporality time in order to understand that she needs to have the other characters know what's really going on before it's too late. And believe me, when the Crystal Gems aren't really into the idea of releasing the corrupted gem, Steven always have other thoughts rather than having the same thoughts with the Crystal Gems. But after 2 seasons, it's no surprise that Steven Universe knows something different in comparison to the Crystal Gems. Steven's method of understanding what Centipeetle is saying is to give her crayons and paper so that she can draw them out. To tell you the truth, this moment, along with the fact that we actually get to see more involving the history of the gems themselves, it really made me understand that this is one of the most important episodes when it only has a few episodes centering around the Centipeetle. Steven won't be able to get more information centering around one of the gem spaceships back at the time, and judging of how that the Centipeetle was one of the only gems that were left behind when the gems escape, it was really difficult for her to actually go just to her own direction on being alone. Believe me, if the second episode, Monster Buddies, was just mainly a Steven and Corrupted Gem episode and nothing more, then that episode would have been worthless. With Steven's saliva wearing out, the Centipeetle is returning back to becoming a Corrupted Gem, and I gotta be really honest with you, I really felt like I should have remembered this moment because it's honestly terrifying to see the Centipeetle in a mental form that she is half normal gem, but at the same time half corrupted gem. She tries to get inside the gem ship by using her hand before she went back to corruption, but unfortunately it was too late. So Steven decides to open the door for herself. And when they go inside, there were multiple Centipeetles inside the gem ship, and she reunites with them. To tell you the truth, with my knowledge of this episode mainly remembers on the Centipeetle itself, I really felt like that this ending alone really showcased that despite being corrupted, they still need to find other solutions to move forward in life. And I did remember how Yellow Diamond had reverted the Centipeetles back to normal at the end of Season 5. I can understand for a fact that whenever I remembered the Centipeetles for a little bit when it comes to the final episodes, it really shows that I don't forget everything. The only thing I forget was mainly the plot of the episode itself. The only thing I'm gonna try to remember is mainly the Diamond's point of view and the development in this show. Because as far as I'm concerned, I know I can't be able to avoid it forever since I talked about Yellow Diamond in Message Received. Believe me, the more I continue on with this show, the more I realize how difficult it is to look at the critiques and positives of the Diamond's motivations, especially the rushed episodes of Season 5. I'm giving this episode an 8 out of 10.